Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Rads Princess Dalimoos. So for today's video is I'm going to answer the 3 questions from the chapter 1. The first question is, compare the history of food technology to the existing food technology. Food technology was initially used to serve military needs. In the 20th century, world wars, exploitation of space, and the rising demand for varied products from consumers contributed to the growth of food technology. Products such as instant soup mixes and ready-to-cook items, including meals, were developed, especially catering to needs of working women. Furthermore, food industry was compelled to focus on nutritional concern. Food preferences and choices changed and people started incorporating into their diet items or preparation from different regions and countries. The desire to have seasonal foods all year round increased. Food technologists made efforts to provide both safer and fresher food using new technologies. While in the 21st century, food technologists are challenged to produce foods and suitable for health and other changing needs of consumers. Food technology has provided a vast variety of safe and convenient foods. In developing countries, this rapidly expanding and developing field has been helpful in improving food security and has opened avenues for employment at all levels. The next question is, research and summarize some current issues and problems of food technology. So, the key challenges faced by the food technology are gaps in supply chain infrastructure, which means inadequate primary processing and distribution facilities, the insufficient connection between production and processing, seasonality of operations and low quality utilizations, institutional gaps in the supply chain. For instance, there is dependence on the market, lack of focus on quality and safety standard, and not having enough of product development and innovation. Next is demand from retail, demand for items immediately available to eat or cook and safe processed food, and discontinuation of overdependence on cereals are some big opportunities for this sector. So, the last question from the chapter 1 is, discuss on how to address the current issues or problems about food technology. To address the current issues or problems about food technology are reduce food waste, reduce the risk of commercializing, improve existing infrastructural programs, improve trade policies, and promote diversification. First is to reduce the food waste, wherein food is wasted mainly because of inefficient preparations, bumpy or bad roads, over-selective customers, and inadequate storage facilities. If storage facilities are improved and are adequate preparation for how the food will be used, less food will be wasted, and there will be a more secure community. Next is to reduce the risk of commercializing, where if food is grown for the purposes of feeding the community or nation, food insecurity levels will go down. Farmers can produce more crops and will be able to produce cash crops when there are enough food crops in the market. There will be less risk of commercialization of food if it is sufficient in the market. The government should also implement programs that can allow farmers to know when there are sufficient food for everyone. The third is improve the existing infrastructural problems, where some farmers fail to get their produce to the market because of poor infrastructure, including roads, storage facilities, and food processing equipment. It ends up rooting in the farms that being taken to those who need it or for processing. If the infrastructure is empowered, more food will be available in the market and the food insecurity levels can go down. And the last is to promote diversification, where focusing on a single food crop or staple can produce terrible outcomes for food insecurity reduction. As such, to improve food security, there needs to be training on the importance of diversified and healthy diets for being nutrition, with more varieties of food and an educated community on the importance of diversified diet. There will be sufficient staple foods available in the market. And that's all my answer from the chapter 1. Thank you.